Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And today's video is an open discussion on whether British people feel that they are European.
Now, our normal style of video is very laughy and jokey. This one might not be as laughy, but we'll try and inject a few bits of humour.
I know. I think it's because it's such a touchy subject, isn't
it?
And like we've had a lot of comments from you guys. You know, what's a young people's take on Brexit? How do you guys feel? And actually, the reason for this video is because I got a bit of backlash.
Yeah.
I uploaded a video onto our channel, and I titled the video "My European Trip" or something. Adventure, my European. Well done, Joel.
And you mentioned something about zebra crossings, how they mean something different in Europe than they do in the UK.
Yeah.
Things like that, and people really picked up on it and were like, "Oh, this is classic Brits, like being arrogant. You are Europe. You always separating yourself from Europe, like you're not better than us." And and someone linked us to a video of another YouTuber called Jen, who we'll link in the description. She made a discussion about it. She's European, she lives in the UK, and she was saying her opinion, which is like she thinks Brits are a bit snobby by saying that we're British, we identify as being British, not European. So we just thought we'd give our take on it.
Let's just give our take on it. Can I just say, I think if we had euros as a currency, that would change a lot, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
You know, when we go away to a European country, we change our currency into a different currency. It feels like Monopoly money.
Yeah.
It feels so fake. You're just like, la la la. I don't know about you, but I always feel like it's pretending. I'm like, cash, cash, cash.
Yeah, I know. And the fact that you have to travel over a sea, admittedly, it's not a huge, big, vast ocean.
3 or 4 hour flight somewhere.
We're an island. We've got a different currency. There are loads of other cultural differences.
Culturally, we feel so different.
I think that's what it is. Like, we have never, ever, ever been brought up in our school education or education system to be thought of as European. They're always like, you're British, you're British, you're British, you're British.
Yeah, I feel that too. And because I have Greek Cypriot heritage, I sort of have my relationships with my Greek and Cypriot family. And when I'm over there, it's also Mediterranean, it's also different. It's me, but I still feel really British and I identify as a Brit. I don't feel like that's the same culturally.
No. I
don't feel like it's this, obviously, it's just so hard to explain. And I think the reason why it's a touchy subject is because it's really hard to tell someone how they should feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people feel like now they can. A lot of people feel like they have the right to tell someone how they should feel or how they're meant to feel. When you absolutely can't.
No.
You would never ever, I know this is out of context, you would never dream of telling a transgender person what gender they must feel, would you?
No.
And if you would, then maybe you're the problem.
Yeah.
But you would just never, would you?
No. Or I'd never say to you, if you're telling me, oh, you know, like, I'm Greek, I'm half Greek, half quarter Cypriot.
No, you're British.
Like, no, you're British, you're not Greek.
You're
born
not Greek. Here, you're born here.
Like, I just think it's so stupid. Anyone that commented that on our video, if you're watching this, you are an idiot. You're one of the problem that by telling someone how they should feel, how they should identify.
That's why probably I've got identity problems.
Yeah.
I'm going to link a video in the cards that we did with Tom, and I spoke about how I went to this meetup in London for Greek people, and I was the only English-born Greek there, and everyone else was like Greek, fresh off the boat, proper like Greek accent, everything, and I just felt like I wasn't European or Greek enough to be there, honestly. This problem is so inside me. It's so hard to tell people how to feel, and it really messes with them. Yeah,
and I think that's what it is. It goes deeper than just the actual geographical location, because of course we know that we are included in the continent of Europe. It's like you've got Europe, you've got Asia, you've got America. It goes deeper than that. We're not saying that we're not part of the European continent. We know that. We're just saying culturally we're incredibly different to all of the other European countries.
Yeah, I want to say this. In society, we feel like we're allowed to label people. It's so embedded in everything we are. You know, what's your job? What's your occupation? Oh, you're an accountant. You know, you meet people and you're like, I don't want to be labelled by my job.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, you're a YouTuber. But I'm so much more than that.
Yeah.
I'm a person, I'm a human. And I think it's very natural for us to want to label, Europeans there, you're Asians over there. And I just think I just hate it, personally. I hate labelling. It's a way of us categorising people because that's the only way our brains can deal with things. And like, there's no right or wrong way to feel. But this is such a sensitive topic, and that's why I wanted to open it up to everyone who's watching to write in the comments, especially if you are British. How do you identify? I'm not saying tell us if you voted Remain or if you voted Leave, because that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I think that's the political side of things.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess we're talking slightly more about the cultural identity and the geographical sort of thing.
And culturally, I do not feel European.
No, me neither. If someone was like, "Oh, are you European?" I'd be like, "No."
I'd be like,
British.
"Oh, sorry, what? Am I what?"
I'd be like, "You think I'm Spanish?" No.
No. Yeah. I would say I was born here, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm British born. You meet British born Pakistani. You meet British born this, British born that. Everyone loves that they have heritage from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But often people will say, "I'm British. I was born here."
Yeah.
If we were to touch on the political side of things, technically moving forward, we are no longer European.
Yeah.
Obviously, because Brexit is going ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are going to be like an independent Britain. But right now we are still in the European Union.
Yeah, I think we still are, and again, it's all uncertain. Lots of questions we get are about Brexit, particularly from Europeans that are worried about like, oh, is it going to be harder to travel there, or can I study there? We don't know. No one knows.
No one knows the answers. Even politicians don't know the answers.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a very long and hard road of like negotiations and things like that. So no one knows. You know as much as we do.
Yeah, all we know is we're getting a new passport.
Yeah,
and it's
blue. Yeah.
But that's literally the only fact anyone knows.
Yeah.
And and I think it's okay for us not to know, because I got a little bit worried. We were asked to do something speaking about how young people feel about Brexit, and I was thinking, I don't know enough. I don't know. But the thing is, no one does.
No. It's all opinions.
Yes, there's obviously people that studied economics or the way things work, the way the world works, and they're able to really make more informed opinions or assumptions, more informed assumptions, if that's the thing, on how things will pan out.
Yeah.
But essentially, we don't know anything.
No. Maybe we seem quite chilled about it, but that might be because we come from a privileged position of being British and it not really affecting us that much. Like my personal opinion, I don't think that Brexit is really going to affect British people that much. It just might mean we have to apply for a visa when we go to Europe.
Okay.
But apart from that, for people in European countries, it might affect them because they want to study here or they want to come here, and it's going to affect it that way. So maybe we are privileged in being like, well, it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Maybe it is more of a big deal to other people than it is to us.
And also, you can't say that almost 17 million people in the UK that voted Brexit are wrong. They voted for an independent Britain, and it would be so silly to assume that they're all wrong. Because we live in London, and London is a mostly Remain, hugely Remain area. Yeah, and that's a whole other video, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I suppose more about that as things start to unfold here. But still, we're in this area of uncertainty, and to answer the question of like what this video is all about, do Brits feel European? Well, lots of us don't.
Yeah.
A few of us do.
Yeah.
Personally, we don't, and that's just our opinion. And there's no right or wrong way to feel.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone how to feel.
No.
And
don't assume that means that we think we're better than you.
No,
That's not,
no way.
Like, we're literally just saying this is how we identify. We're not saying that means that we're better than you. If anything, that says more about you and how insecure you are. Because that's not how it's meant at all. Yeah,
definitely. I did watch that video that you mentioned at the start.
Yeah.
And it's a bit hard to watch because you're a bit like, I don't really think that we're up ourselves.
No.
But if that's how people feel like we are, that's a perception that we can't undo.
No, but who knows?
So there you go, guys. That's a very chatty discussion video for you. If you did enjoy it, please leave us a comment below.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on the topic. I'm assuming that the comments are going to get a little bit heated, maybe.
Yeah, it is. Let's open up the conversation in the comments, and we will see you next week. Although, by the way, if you want £25 free Airbnb credit when you
for
come
your travels
to
London, Europe or the UK,
we've got a link in our description that you can use that in.
Yeah,
it's handy. Who knows? Use it before you can't.
Yeah, quick, get in there before we leave the EU.
Book your London stay. Okay, see you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.